early on in my childhood, diagnosed ADD, ADHD. I kind of hid my diagnosis from my friends, family, and people around me, just ashamed of it. Ended up graduating 361 out of 371 at St. Cloud Tech High School. Failed out of the tech college. You know, had lived a life of just living for the weekend, living for the next party, and it was just becoming more empty and empty. And I found myself with a gun to my head because it was, at that point, I had lived almost what I thought a life of failure was. I got turned on to Christian radio and being mentored by mechanics assistants. It was at that time where I just felt God just really speaking to me through music and the program that I was on the radio, and also through the Bible and through the books I was reading. And from there, I subsequently attended St. Cloud State for undergraduate and master's, graduating magna cum laude, and then subsequently went on to law school. The colleagues and friends both say that the need was there, and it's something that should be a focus point in St. Cloud. And so with that in mind, we started a nonprofit called the Rock FM Communications, and currently we are looking to be on air in the next year or so.
I work with students who primarily deal with a lot of issues in their lives. Many of them don't have parents there. Some of them have had parents that left the state, and they have no one, and they're going through difficult times, and it seems like more and more students today are dealing with things that were never dealt with 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and they continue to deal with these things, and they need music, they need things that are there for them and can talk about the issues that they're going through and leave a positive impact on them. They're created for media, they're created for music today, because that's what they plug into, that's what they listen to when they aren't interested in what's going on around them, when they want to block out what's happening. And so they plug in, and media has such a huge impact. I see it in my students, they can be a completely different person the next week because they've continued to stay focused on God, and the things around them have filled them with hope and joy and not torn them down.
And what's so great about Christian music is that it's not just not negative or neutral, it's positive. It's lyrics that these teens and young adults that they repeat, and it's getting these biblical truths seated deep in their heart so that it's there when they need to call on it. Not just now, but down the road when they're married and raising families, those truths will be planted deep in their heart.
As a result of Rock FM Communications being on air, young people will be more Christ-driven and family-driven, resulting in stronger marriages and a stronger community.
And what's really great about The Rock is that it's dedicated to being a part of the community, of connecting youth and youth groups and young adult ministries.
And that is our mission, to turn our listeners back to the church and be a signpost to Christ and the church in the local community. Just growing up in St. Cloud and having family and friends here, and just seeing the need and the longing, the void that's being filled with everything else but Christ, and always coming up empty. That is my passion, to fill that need.
And I need media that can make a powerful impact on my students and reach them where they are.
The Rock FM is currently looking at being on air in the fall of 2013. We're currently raising money for our tower and for our broadcast equipment and our licensing fee.
So regardless of if you're a fan of the type of music that The Rock's going to be playing, we know you're a fan of the message. Will you partner with us today? And together we're going to make a really big impact on teens and young adults in Central Minnesota.